All right, Alf messed with Captain America and it freaked out the video. All right, so we finished the draft. I think everybody's on there. We'll double check through. The last pick was Von Miller or some unsexy pick like Adrian Peterson. Who can believe that would be the unsexy pick, by the way? I mean, who would have thought, 7 years ago that Adrian Peterson, getting him at 12 is like, I guess. Or Pierre Garçon. All right, quickly, who's winning the league this year? Al, what do you think?
I think it's yours. I think with the talent pool you're going to be able to draft, plus what you got on your team, I think it's yours.
Vance?
People, quit trading crap to Jonathan. This is getting ridiculous. Yeah. He's got the team that nobody stands a chance against.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Snowflake. And go with my wife. I think she. I'd still
like
like
the second or third year he's done that.
No girls allowed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think she's got it. Let's see. Who is going to have the worst performance of the year? And by this, I don't mean who's going to have the worst record. The new team will have the worst record.
Yeah,
who's going to do the stupid thing that's going to end up costing them in the year?
I think I did it last year for JJ.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
And I think I'm going to pay for it this year. I do think this will be the start of the chink in my armor.
Vance?
I think when Keith doesn't show up for the draft, he's really going to throw stuff.
He stole mine. I think that's what I was going to go with.
Yeah. If he doesn't show up for number one draft pick, then that's asinine.
I'm looking at. I would have thought maybe bottom to top would make a mistake, but I think he'll play it cool if Elliott is suspended for 6 games. I think he'll ride it out. I'm going to go with replacements or rags to riches. I think they're gonna make a knee-jerk reaction. I said it last year, it didn't happen. They probably won't again, but for some reason I think they're going to make a big trade, and it's just not going to work out the way they want to. Most improved team this year? And I'm going to take myself out of the running of this because I tanked last year. I mean, technically you could look at the records and, well, Trick guaranteed to improve his record. I'm talking what team, from what they've had in the last year or two, is actually going to be a lot better of a team. Maybe not a playoff team, or maybe they are.
Well, I'm going to have to go with Killers. He's got the draft pick, so let's see if he shows up and does it.
Okay. You know what? And I pick on him. Sometimes I'm nice to him, sometimes I'm not. Knights of Excalibur, I think he's slowly built. If he
can get a running back. He's got to get a couple running backs.
I don't know if I'm saying that this year he's going to be markedly better than he was the last year, but I want to take a minute to commend the slow build that he's done. That he has improved every year to the point where when you play him, unless he's absolutely tanking, you're not going, oh, I got a free week. You're playing a game. He might not win. The odds are probably he's not favored in the championship games, but he's enough that you're going.
And he got burnt on 2 great draft picks too. Remember that, people. He lost on the Cleveland Browns loser. He took him with the number 1 draft pick.
Yeah.
So that kicked him. And then last year he took the Denver running back Booker. Who was supposed to be great, but now he's like 3rd string because they brought in veteran running backs. So yeah, considering what he's faced with some of his stuff, I think he's done pretty good.
Al, you got anybody that you think is going to make a huge improvement this year?
Oh, mine is it sickens me to say, but even if you try to take yourself out of the equation, I think with 6 draft picks, you set yourself up for another 3 to 5 year run, and everybody let it happen. So I think you're gold for another half a decade.
I didn't let it happen. Oh, wait, yeah. I traded one to him.
Both of them traded. I will say, we talked briefly about the new team coming in. He's going to be learning, so that's one thing. One team we did not get to talk about was Mudcats because he doesn't have a pick. I think let me look at his roster real quick. I don't want anybody watching this to think, oh, I'm not part of the league, nobody gives a crap, because I do give a crap.
Absolutely.
I think, Michael Thomas, they're out of New Orleans now that he's the number 1. We'll see what he can do with Corey Coleman. Randall Cobb, obviously, when he's not the number 1, is a very good wide receiver. He's another team, like you said, with Knights of Excalibur. He just needs to get a running back.
Yeah.
Mudcats, Hamburger Trots, whatever his actual name is.
We still go by Mudcats. Yeah. I don't know what he changed it to.
Yeah, it's the Hamburger Helpers or something. I don't know, but I won't give him an HH, so then now it's the Hamburger Trots, and I don't know. Whatever it may well be. He is probably the most improved team by the roster change. Him and replacements, where they only have to have 1 quarterback. because he struggled for years trying to get a quarterback.
Right.
For years, he's got Carson Wentz, so he's got one quarterback. I think I don't know that he's. I like Knights of Excalibur a little more because he's done more over the last few years to steadily improve. But I do like what Mudcats has going for him. All he needs to do now is pick up a couple running backs. And truthfully, if there was any position in fantasy football I would want to need, it would be running backs because they get injured, they're switching out. Nowadays, teams play 2 or 3 a game. You can find that. You won't find a 2010 Adrian Peterson just in the free agent pool, but heck, somebody dropped Ajayi last year.
JJ.
Yeah, just dropped him. Didn't even get anything for him, so it'll be out there.
And one thing about Mudcats he's got working in his disadvantage is he's friends with Vance. So
they're related somehow.
That's right. Anybody who's friends with me is at a disadvantage. So.
That's in life. That's not just in this. That's in life.
Take a shower.
If you know Vance, you are at a disadvantage in life. So
we gotta give one of the brothers trouble. Thank you guys for listening as always.
Yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up. Unless anybody's got any parting shots they want to give.
Nope.
All right, you guys have a good one. Good luck this season, except when you're playing me.